一つちゃんと勉強しとくか。あ
けどなんでここ？
プロの接客学ぶも大切なことなんよ。
ヤン組にも怒られたからな。
文化祭成功のために。
よーし行くぞ。
だからなんでここなんだよ。
おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。何名様ですか？
あ、6名様です。
ではこちらへどうぞ。にゃんにゃんチューチュータイム。可愛いやつですよね。可愛いよ。ご注文はお決まりですか、ご主人様？
魔法のコーヒーって何ですか？
呪文をかけると美味しいコーヒーに変身するコーヒーでございます、ご主人様。
呪文ってどんな？
もえもえどキュ
こんなん頼むやついねえだろ。
お待たせしました。魔法のコーヒーでございます。
おいおい、あの人たちどっかで見たことねえか？そうか？ああ、そういえば見たことあるな。
美味しくなる呪文をかけてくださいね。萌え萌えドキュン。
萌えドキュン。メダル意外と楽しいじゃねえか。一回来てみたかったっす。お嬢にはこれだからだ。
ご主人様、もっと頑張らないと魔法が効きません。
あみあみビームキュンキュン
アミアミビームドキュン。
バブバブドキュンキュンキュンキュンキュンキュン。
どっかで見たんだよ。誰だっけな。
思い出せねえな。
Hey guys, TerMINator here with another Unison League video, and Sally is just saying hi. And yep, I am doing this for a video. So I realized that after the spawn, I didn't go over any of the skills extensively, and I've gotten a few questions about it. So I thought it was high time I did this, and I'm kind of over New Year right now. So let's just get to it. First, let's do Mithra because, you know, Mithra be Mithra. Part of her skill is that she gives a World Tree Blessing kind of thing, and it's 6% for 25 seconds, and it heals you every 5 seconds. But her main skill is Resurrection. So basically what Resurrection is, it gives you like HP buffer. I don't know the exact number, but it's around 60% of your HP, of your max HP. So it's like having a Heaven's Breath with you constantly. So imagine you're at 20% HP, and then the monster does 55% of your HP in his attack. Now this is not a percentage attack, let's just say it's an attack that hits really hard, right? So traditionally without the buff you would die because the amount of damage he did, it was greater than the amount of HP you had left. Now with this buff, however, you basically have 60% more HP, so that acts as a buffer. So instead of dying, you'll be left with 25% HP. So, you know, ideally this is kind of better than KFC because, you know, if you're like, I don't know, at 20% and then it hits you, you're kind of left with an HP. So there's like, you get more HP left over in that sense. But imagine this scenario. You're 8-stack debuff and the monster hits you for 161% of your HP because he is buffed and you are debuffed and he rapes you. So 161% of your HP, this buff ain't gonna save you because it only casts a 60% HP barrier. So, you know, in that case scenario, KFC is a little bit better because regardless of how much debuff and how much buff he has, KFC will still prevent AOS. So that is my 2 cents. She has her uses, so does KFC. And now that I actually understand what Resurrection does, there's a tinge of regret in my heart. I always regret, but hey, what's life without regrets, right? And she also casts Elevate on yourself for 60 seconds, which is really nice. I really like Elevate, especially for DPS. Clerics, you know, they love Elevate too because who doesn't want to heal more? Alright, next up. So for the bow and the staff, I don't really have a way to show you the damage increase because I don't know how much my archer does, right? So I can't really show you the damage increase, so I'll just talk about the skill. So this is the Fatal Testament plus ignore defense. Not ignore defense, ignore half a defense. And it, as far as I know, it does not stack. If it stacks, holy shit, it's freaking OP, man. So I mean, I think 1 or 2 is enough. I wouldn't go over I wouldn't go over 2 because that's just a little insane. I'd rather have XXL's fatals, you know. XXL fatal plus this is like, rest in peace Lancer, unless the Lancer procs. This is how I see it. So this skill, right, it can either fuck up a Lancer even quicker than usual, or it can fuck up the Archer quicker than usual, because if the Lancer procs reflection and then the Archer procs this, then rest in peace, the Archer is gonna die by his own hand. So that is what I think about this skill. It's super OP. I think this is the best skill out of all the new weapons. Then it comes to staff. So this is really great for crystal breakers because, you know, the crystal can reflect you to death. So it's really good. And if you're a crystal breaker and got it, congrats. Definitely put it in your main slot because I heard the new skills, they don't proc fairly well. So putting it in your main slot will increase the chances of procking. I believe it increases it by 5%. So yeah, definitely put it in your main slot. Also, crystal breaking bow, right? It procs every time, so there is no reason why you should put it on your main slot, okay? For all you crystal breaking archers out there, or aspiring crystal breaking archers. Now let's go talk about the staff. So the staff is a magic testament plus another magic testament, basically. So the skill is already chance to massively increase magic damage when using an ability. So that is the magic testament XL. And then there's a plus side to it, which is magic ability power is randomly increased from the following range slightly to tremendously. So it has a chance of adding an additional magic testament proc that ranges from small to XXL. So slightly is small and then tremendously is an XXL proc. So it's like a double proc. But if you proc another magic testament, then it's like a triple proc if you think about it, because that's what Sally said. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense when you talk about it like that. So this is also really good if you're a crystal breaker or if you're frontline mage. It's super good for you. And you know, honestly, as much as I like mages with the Nyx Blessing, I do think that the Nyx Blessing is replaceable now if you have enough DPS. Because if you're a frontline mage, you really need to survive. And having the Nyx Blessing in your main slots is kind of taking away 2 defensive procs. So, as much as I want to say you need the 10%, I also want to say you need more defense. So, you know, you gotta test it out. I'm no frontline mage, so I can't really speak if I need the extra 10% or if I need the extra defense. So if you're mage, test it out. Let me know what you like better. And next, I will be showing the book in action because I actually have it. So let me just do that now. You see, I have all the books equipped. Of course, these are all level 1s, but this one is level 5, so hopefully it procs. And what I want to do with this is to show you guys it procs with multi-heal. So all I have equipped are multi-heals, so I'm just quest my friends and go. Last time I showed the new weapons, I just talked about them. I didn't show them in action, and people were doubting me, so this time I'm going to show it in action, so there's no doubt. Okay, there's physical proof. There we go. 1, 2, 3 stacks. Okay, so with multi-heals, everyone you heal gets the World Tree Blessing buff. And let me just, can I proc with dignity? Nope, of course not. Why would I? Alright. Can I proc again? Let's see if it stacks. There's 1 blessing. No, it does not stack. Alright, see you here. Unless it ran out already, because the thing, it lasts only for 10 seconds. Yeah, see, it's gone. So I want to see if it stacks. Okay, let's try this again. Hey, oh, it does stack. Cool, that's cool. Oh my god, imagine you have all of them and they like, oh well, I got excited. No, I got excited. You can only proc 2 at once. I'm sorry, I got too excited. I was like, imagine you have 6 and all 6 of them proc, and it was like, oh my god. But no, it only procs 2 at a time. So the good news is it stacks, but it lasts for 10 seconds. They should have made it like a little longer, maybe like 20, 15 seconds. It's stupid, right? For 10 seconds, you only get 2 heals. Bullshit. Make it 20 seconds, man. Fuck. Archers get fucking ignored defense. And what? Clerics get 10 seconds of glory. No, fix it, AT. Fix it. Okay, with the Lancer ability, it's basically an additional break proc. So it doesn't guarantee a break, but it increases the chances of breaking when you hit. So this procs for any skill you use, which is really great because now you can break with auto attack, which I've done and I'll show you. But yeah, it's not super OP because the proc rate, as I said, isn't really good, but it's really great if you are a Lancer and you need help breaking in Mobius, let's say. And the reason why I don't think the Lance is OP is because it's only really useful in PvE situations. In PvP, what I've noticed is that I usually always break with a severe sting, so I don't need this additional proc to help me break. Now, when you talk about PvE and those fucking golems, for example, you need this extra proc to help you break. And I think this is really good for Mobius, right? You have this, and like the Heart of the Sting will really help you proc with that initial, you know, attack that you do. So I think it's good. I'm saving 3 for myself and not infusing them to my other lances so I can, you know, use them in PvE situations. So I have 3 saved, and you know, the rest I fed to my Fatal Pasm. I know it's Fatal Slam, whatever it's called, but I call it Fatal Pasm because this is how Min does it, okay? Last but not least, the sword. Now the sword, I'm no soldier, man. So I personally do think it's really good because it's a physical testament and it gives you a boost if you lose more HP. So the more you die, the more damage you do, basically, right? So for every 5% reduction in HP, your ability power is boosted by 5, so it's up to a max of plus 50. So like at 50% HP, you'll be doing the most amount of damage, ideally. And then it increases your aggro, but that's kind of counterintuitive. So with this skill, I think it's purely for PvE purposes because the only time you want aggro and you won't die from like the bombardment of the attacks is in PvE, because if you are in Colosseum or like GVG and you get targeted first, I don't think you'll make very good use of this ability because most likely than not you'll die right off the bat. Unless, you know, your opponents don't do as much damage and you actually survive, but in which case, if you survive, your healer should be healing you. And I don't know, I just don't see it being very effective in PvP situations. PvE, again, soldiers in PvE, I don't think they're very useful because you don't really need a soldier to take aggro from the team. First of all, you can't decide where the soldier stands. Like, what if the soldier is the middle and then like the monster does like a 3-hit thing? It's pointless, right? The soldier will get hit, so will the 2 people next to him. So the best position for a soldier is on the top or on the bottom, but since you can't really pick this position of your soldier, you're like kind of fucked. And so they gotta fix that. I mean, you gotta make soldiers more useful in PvE, man. You really do. Make the aggro skill more useful. Make the aggro... Sally. And if you haven't noticed, we changed our tag because, you know, the 99 tag, we were the original people who created it, but just too many people are using it now. We want to be special, you know? Who doesn't want to be special? So we chose this. It's like a... Sally's so funny. So our new tag is kind of reminiscent of what our guild name means, which is Circle of Light. So it kind of looks like a circle of light, right? Kind of. You know, we tried. This was our original idea, but back then we couldn't use it, but now we can. And I feel bad because I shouldn't be typing, but I'm gonna show my love to Sally. Okay. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope I didn't bore you. I would add more GVG battles with me narrating them, but since we are so close to RGB, I don't want to kind of, you know, reveal strategies. I mean, you guys know our strategy is pretty obvious, but you know, just want to keep it. I just want to keep it so that, you know, other people's strategies aren't revealed. You know, I don't want to make anyone butthurt. You feel? So after RGB, I will be posting more guild battles, definitely. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye!